Hello folks, this is Scott here, and this idea for a video started off as just kind of a blank, kind of like the black screen you're seeing right now, and then it came to me. Why not try a Doctor Who year in review, 2013, the year of the Doctor. Reeling from the death of the Victorian age Clara Oswald at the end of the episode The Snowmen, fans would be delighted by the news that David Bradley, known for the Harry Potter films and also in an episode of Doctor Who, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, has been cast for William Hartnell for Doctor Who origin drama An Adventure in Time and Space. Speaking of the drama, Bradley said Mark has written such a wonderful script not only about the birth of a cultural phenomenon, but a moment in television history. William Hartnell was one of the finest character actors of our time, and as a fan, I want to make sure that I do him justice. I'm also looking forward to getting started. January also saw the launch of a range of 11 short stories, one from each Doctor released monthly. The month began with some exciting news about the 50th anniversary special, or more specifically, how many dimensions it would be filmed in. Filming was well underway on Origin's drama An Adventure in Space and Time, with locations in the now closed BBC Television Centre, as well as recreating a scene from the Daleks' invasion of Earth in central London. Shortly after came the sad news that the original Dalek designer, Raymond Cusick, had passed away at age 84, responsible for realizing Terry Nation's scripted outline of the creatures. Stephen Moffat said of his passing, "There should be a monument to Ray, and in a way there are millions. In every household where there are children, somewhere there is a Dalek." To celebrate 50 years of travels in space and time, the Royal Mail created a set of stamps featuring the faces of all 11 Doctors and a few of his greatest foes. The 4th, 5th, and 8th Doctors were on hand for their launch after an extraordinary response from fans. Meanwhile, on television, the Doctor was about to meet another Clara in the episode The Bells of St. John. As the month ended, there was much excitement over the announcement that David Tennant and Billie Piper would be returning for the 50th anniversary special, although the fact that the latter was not playing Rose Tyler remained a secret. While the Doctor and Clara visited many places in time, and the center of the TARDIS itself, more 50th anniversary news was coming in. This time it was announced that the Zygons, shape-shifting monsters not seen since 1975, would be returning. Adding fuel to the 50th fire, a picture of 2 Doctors at the read-through for the special set Twitter ablaze. May kicked off with a group of wonderful Doctor Who fans buying 11,000 old novelizations and offering them to schools to help boost reading. To date, over 5,000 have been distributed to school children around the world. Wait, where's the other 6,000? The series was celebrated as a cultural ambassador for British television the world over when it received an Institutional Peabody Award. They described Doctor Who as like nothing else in the known television universe, making iconic contributions to pulp culture. It was also the month that saw the Doctor step into his own time wound on Tenzalore, and reveal to Clara his secret. A previously unknown incarnation, a world gasped at their televisions, introducing John Hurt as the Doctor. Starting June with a bang was the Vivid Sydney Festival, where an extraordinary Doctor Who light and sound show was projected onto Custom House in Sydney Harbour. Then came some very sad news. Matt Smith announced that he was going to hang up his fez and leaving Doctor Who at the end of the year. But it did give Matt an excuse to make a very sweet goodbye video. And this left one massive question in the minds of fans and press alike. Who on earth would play the next Doctor? With the press and social media feverishly speculating about the identity of the next Doctor, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall paid a visit to the Doctor Who set with the heir to the throne even having a go at talking like a dialect. Tickets for the official Doctor Who celebration in November went on sale, with fans from all over the world snapping up over 20,000 tickets in less than 24 hours. While the third Doctor Who prom... Why is it even called a prom? It's an orchestra playing. While the third Doctor Who prom wowed audiences with renditions of music from the recent series, tunes from the classic era, and an appearance from Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman. While the Cybermen were walking through London's Heathrow Airport over in France, the replica of the first Doctor's TARDIS set from Adventure in Space and Time materialized at the Paris Comic-Con. And in the States, Matt Smith bravely took to the convention floor at the San Diego Comic-Con, disguised as Bart Simpson. August began with a global frenzy over the identity of the actor playing the next Doctor. The announcement that Peter Capaldi would play the 12th Doctor was simulcast in the UK, US, Canada, and Australia. As part of YouTube's Geek Week, Doctor Who-themed band Chameleon Circuit took to the TARDIS to record a special music video to their song Teenage Rebel. And the BBC YouTube team were on hand to go behind the scenes. And over on Earl's Court, Google Maps discovered something very exciting lurking in one of London's only police boxes. The countdown to the end of the Matt Smith era began in September, with the read-through of the as-yet unnamed Christmas special. Hot on the heels of this, the anniversary special got a title and an iconic poster image, featuring Matt Smith, David Tennant, and John Hurt. After being missing, presumed wiped for over 40 years, 9 episodes of Doctor Who were returned to the BBC and released in October. Enemy of the World and The Web of Fear swiftly shot into the iTunes top 10 and brought the number of missing episodes down to 97. Meanwhile, award-winning Sightseers director Ben Wheatley was revealed to be directing the first 2 episodes of The New Doctor, and it was announced that the anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor, would be simultaneously broadcast in over 75 nations and hundreds of cinemas around the world. Finally, the BBC released an amazing trailer, celebrating 50 years of Doctor Who and looking forward to The Day of the Doctor. The month of the Doctor began with the Doctor seamlessly revising his views on social media and asking the universe to save the day with him. Also, earlier in the month, YouTube profiler John Smith made a teaser trailer with a crossover between Doctor Who and Sherlock. Why don't we get Paul McGann in and regenerate him into John Hurt? I'd like to see that, recalls Stephen Moffat. And so he did, blowing fans' minds and linking the classic series to the new in dramatic mini-episode The Night of the Doctor. As the number of broadcasters and cinemas around the world screening the episode swelled, the BBC released the first clip-based trails for The Day of the Doctor. As the week of the Doctor dawned, an adventure in space and time was broadcast. The moving tale of Doctor Who's genesis managed an impossible feat at the London press screening. It received a standing ovation and a few teary eyes from a room full of hardened journalists. And the official Doctor Who Facebook page got into the spirit by offering you the chance to put your face into the show's iconic title sequence to share with your friends. And apparently you still can. Then suddenly, it was the 23rd of November, 2013. In London, the Doctor Who celebration weekend was well underway, with appearances from Matt Smith, Stephen Moffat, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, and a host of other Doctors, companions, plus cast and crew from 50 years. Meanwhile, in the US, BBC America staged a live YouTube show, and around the globe, fans held parties for their own celebrating 50 years of travels in space and time. Oh, and there was an awesome Google Doodle. At 5:16, celebrating the original transmission. Then people settled down to watch The Day of the Doctor, an episode full of extraordinary surprises. Surprises like the sudden appearance of a pair of very new eyes, the regeneration of the War Doctor, and the return of an old face. Finally, as the world dabbed their eyes in unison, the Doctor found a new destination for his travels. The following day, Guinness World Records confirmed that The Day of the Doctor had been the largest ever broadcast of a TV drama, and was a world record winner. In the end, 93 countries screened the episode simultaneously on TV, with millions tuning in, catching up online, or seeing it in the cinema. Meanwhile, the winner of the Funniest Doctor Who Thing Ever award was announced. It was the Five-ish Doctors reboot, starring Messrs. Davison, Baker, and McCoy trying to break into the set of the 50th anniversary. YouTuber John Smith finally reveals the Wholog video, showing the crossover, and finally face-to-face, the Doctor and Sherlock Holmes. It was time to bid farewell to Matt Smith. The Christmas special quickly gained a title and an iconic image. The Time of the Doctor. With Matt Smith promising to go out with a bang, and Stephen Moffat guaranteeing a payoff to some of the loose ends in Matt's era. The Time of the Doctor was as eagerly anticipated as the 5th anniversary, and it didn't disappoint. After defending the town of Christmas for hundreds of years, and at the point of natural death, the Doctor has gained a new cycle of regenerations by the Time Lords. Back in the TARDIS, with Clara looking on, and having witnessed a vision of Amy Pond, the 11th Doctor bowed out in spectacular fashion. And that was that. But to paraphrase Oud Sigma, that song may have ended, but the story never ends.